talk about real life situations. My name is Ace. Our guest today is a rapper who just released their second song, I'm Back, Bitch. Please welcome NBE Tez.
Thanks for having me.
Congratulations, first of all. And before we get into the specifics of your song, I would like to talk about those recent charges that were dropped.
What about it?
There were murder charges, correct?
Yep.
And so you're a pretty famous person. How could you get wrapped up in a murder?
Jealousy.
Who?
A pig bitch that needed to be taught a lesson, and I ain't talking much. Less jealous, but more vindictive.
And so what type of vindictive person could put you into a murder charge?
Basically, the officer just kept pulling me over constantly. I don't know if it's because I drive a Lambo or if it's just because I'm a black male, but very disrespectful and totally the fuck out of line.
And then what?
Let me just help you out. Basically, I was in the mall one day and we were walking around with my friend. I'm walking around with my friends, right? I see him and it looked like he was walking around with his girl. She was looking like she was into the most of the finer things in life, you know what I'm saying? She had on designer, looking real sexy, looking real good. So I had my friends go over to her and invite her to the club, gave her tickets to the VIP section, you know, let her bring her friends, all that stuff, right? We get to the club that night. She decided that she wanted to come back to my hotel and I fucked her.
Okay, so you fucked his wife and that led to a murder charge. What's the story behind that?
I sent the video to his ass.
To who?
The pig.
The police officer that was harassing you?
Yup.
And then so let me get this straight. You've been harassed by a police officer. You saw him out with a woman, invite her back to your house or to your hotel. And you guys had sex, I'm assuming consensually.
Mm-hmm.
And you sent the video to him.
I sure the fuck did.
So where did the murder charges come in play?
Well, basically, I was at a club and there was a shooting. For some fucking reason, out of nowhere, a glass was planted. My glass, with my prints on it, right? All I know is the next day, I had police officers, feds, knocking on my fucking door, arrested me, they searched through my house, found a murder weapon.
And the murder weapon connected you to the scene of the crime.
Yes,
And
because of the glass.
okay, so the glass had your fingerprints on it.
And the murder weapon did have my DNA.
And the murder weapon connected you to the scene of the crime.
Yes,
And
because of the glass.
okay, so the glass had your fingerprints on it.
And the murder weapon did have my DNA.
So the murder weapon had your DNA
With the victim's blood.
and the victim's blood
Yeah,
on it.
yeah.
And so after all of that happened, you went to court, I'm assuming, right?
Yep.
And in court, how did the charges get dropped?
Well, my lawyer got the gun and the glass suppressed.
How did he get it suppressed?
I don't fucking know. He just got it suppressed. I mean, he's my lawyer. I mean, I don't know. It just happened.
What it sounds like is that since the officer planted the glass illegally, the officer planted a glass illegally, then he just had to throw everything, all the evidence out that was a part of the investigation.
Yeah, all the evidence got thrown out by the judge. Wasn't no evidence. It's illegal. You can't just go ahead and plant shit and then think that you're not gonna get caught. And on top of that, the shooter wasn't even on the camera. But the police officer was on the camera planting the glass.
Okay. And well, I mean, I guess I really want to know, right? Like after everything that you've been through, with being framed essentially from the police, and all of this drama that's happened, did you actually do the murder?
Fuck yeah, I did it. And I'd do that shit again. Fuck the police. It's a structure out this motherfucker in the United States. Double jeopardy. They can't charge me for shit again.
Well,
I missed something.
No. I was not expecting that. And we'll be right back.